back to my channel, and our discussion for today is all about conic section, the ellipse. So, an ellipse is a set of all points in a plane that sum of whose distances from two fixed points that we call foci. So, and the longest diameter is called the major axis and has length of 2a. In ellipse also, the shorter diameter is called the minor axis and has length 2b. Eccentricity tells the shape of an ellipse is a number between 0 to 1. As it approaches to 0, the more it resembles a circle, and as it approaches naman near to 1, it becomes flat. So, we have parts of ellipse. So, this one, the red line here, in the part of ellipse we need to determine our vertex, our focus, which is our foci, and our minor axis and our major axis also. Our major axis is equal to 2a. So this is our major axis, and our minus axis naman is equal to 2b, and this is our minor axis. Our vertex is here, and also here, and we have our center here, and our focus is ahead on our vertex, this one. So that is the part of our ellipse. Now let's discuss some equation of ellipse. We have two equations of ellipse that at center of 0, 0, which is our origin. We have equation for that. The first equation for the ellipse for the ellipse that at center of 0, 0 is this one. X squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equals to 1. And the second equation for our ellipse at center of 0, 0 is x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared is equal to 1. And then the last two equation of ellipse that has the center of at h and k. The first one is the quantity of x minus h squared over by e squared plus quantity of y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. And the last one is at the center of hk is have the quantity of x minus h squared over b squared plus quantity of y minus k squared over a squared. So that is the four equation of ellipse. Now let's have some example for us to understand more about the ellipse on how to find the center, the foci, and its major axis and minor axis. We all know that our major axis is at the x-axis and our minor axis is at the y-axis. So now we have this given, problem number 1. This is the given. X squared over 25, which is our plus our y squared over 9 divided by 9 is equal to 1. So this equation represents that by this formula. This one. This center 0, 0. So our 25 here is our a squared, and our 9 here, this one, our 9 here is our b squared. So now let's find our center. Our center is 0, 0 because our equation is like this. Okay. Then, to find our foci, we have this equation. C is equals to square root of a squared minus b squared. So we need to find the value of our a squared, which is 25 here, and the value of our b squared, which is 9. And then we need to get the square root of that square root of that number. So our square root of 25 is 5. So our a squared is 5. Our value of a is 5, and our value of b squared naman, which is the square root of 9, is 3. So now, then, to find out what is our foci talaga? So, 25, we need to do 25 minus 9 is equal to, square root of 25 minus 9 is equal to square root of 16. And our square root of 16 is had a value of positive 4. So, that is our foci. To determine by that, here is our graph. Here is our graph. So, to find our center, this is our center. This is our center. And our foci, which is 4, this is our foci, our f sub 1 and our f sub 2. We have two foci ha, para maging connected yung atong graph. And then, we have value of 4, we have the foci of positive 4 at 0 and negative 4 at 0. And then, to find our x-axis, to connect it, which is our here, major axis, that is on how to deal with it, which is we have the result of 5 and negative 3. So again, to overall it, that our answer for this equation or for this problem is we have our f sub 1 is equal to negative 4 and 0. Our f sub 2 is equal to positive 4 and 0. And our value of a squared, which is negative 5, which is our y-axis ito. A squared natin yan, which is negative 5 and 0 and positive, positive 5 and 0. And our value of b squared naman is ito. So we have 0 to positive 3 and 0 to negative 3. So that is our example on how to get the center foci of our ellipse. So we have another example. Find the equation of the ellipse. So we have this. We get now the vertex. So this is the vertex, 0 and 7. And this is our co-vertex, which is 3 and 0. Our center here is 0, 0. And this is our equation. So our a squared here is 2 equals to 7. And our b squared here is 3. So if we get the equation or the graph of this vertex and co-vertex, we can come up in this graph. This is our co-vertex and this is our vertex. So that's it. So thank you for your listening. I hope you have learned, and wait for my next video. See you and goodbye. Thank you.